Welcome to the Magic Hour. I'm your host, Paul Chappell, and today we are reviewing Project Power, a Jamie Foxx flicks on Netflix, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a cop named Frank, and newcomer Dominique Fishback is Robin, and a few other people we don't care about. The thing you need to know about this movie is that no one has a last name for some reason. Okay, what was good about it? Let's get right into it. Well, what if you could take a pill that could give you powers for 5 minutes? That's right, 5 minutes. 10 minutes, you say? No, 5 minutes. 15? No, 5 minutes. What if you could have a pill that could give you superpowers for 5 minutes? Sounds kind of useless, doesn't it? But hey, a good setup premise. I thought that was probably the best thing about this movie. That setup was awesome. It made me want to see the movie because I'm a superhero guy, right? Well, we'll get to why this is probably a bad thing. Okay, the other good thing about this movie, and yes, there's not a lot that I can say that was good about it, but there was at least, count it, 2 good action scenes. That's right. I thought, I probably should turn off the movie after these 2 action scenes. If I had known any better, if I could go back in time, if I had a superpower to go back in time, yes, I would have turned it off and just left. No, of course I wouldn't have done that because I had to do this review. But yeah, there was just 2 good action scenes in the movie, so we might as well get to the bad. And the bad is the plot. Yes, I already said the premise of the plot was good, but the carry through was kind of bad because here's the thing. There's a limitation on these powers. First of all, they're random. So when you take the pill, you don't really know what power you're going to get, which doesn't make any sense because as you will find out later in the movie, this project started in the military. And the military used soldiers as guinea pigs. One of those guinea pigs was Jamie Foxx. He's a special forces soldier, ranger, something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. That's kind of generic idea. So it didn't really come off as something I want to remember. But that was the problem with this movie. It started out with this great premise, and then it kind of hampered the movie with these generic ideas. And see, the government has derived genes from animals. So every power that you get is something that an animal would have. Like, for instance, there's a guy who's invisible. Of course, he probably got his power from a chameleon, right? Okay, there's other powers from guys running from the police because all these powers are being tested on drug users, right? The whole theory is that the government wants to put these drugs out there in the field, and somehow they're going to learn to stabilize the drug because, like I said, it only lasts for 5 minutes. My problem with that plot point was that how are you going to stabilize a drug that you have out in the street? Now, they do say that there's a chip in each pill so they can track the progress of anybody taking the drug, but wouldn't you want those people in the lab so you could kind of get blood samples and test them and do some other things that you do in a clinical setting to determine how you stabilize the drugs? I don't really see how putting it out on the street is going to help them stabilize the drug and sell it on the open market later. So that was another part of the plot. And the other bad thing I would say is that they could have done so much more if they had it limited it to those specific genes of animals. Because there's only so many things you can do with that. And here's the ugly. Let's go ahead and get to the ugliest part of the plot. Some of these powers don't make any sense. Machine Gun Kelly, he does a cameo in the movie as this drug user who can make flames come out of his skin. Now, my question was, what animal did they derive that power from? Did they get it from a dragon? That makes no sense. So it felt like they could have just done away with the whole animal subplot and said, look, this is a drug that mutates your body. And yeah, because everybody would have a different mutation. We don't know what power you're going to have. That would have made more sense because here's the thing. If you're tailoring these drugs to specific animal genes, wouldn't you be able to take that gene, put it in one pill and say, hey, this pill gives you invisibility. This pill makes you run fast like a cheetah. This pill does whatever. That would make more sense. So I don't see why the interactions with the drug are random. That was another thing that made me kind of scratch my head. But maybe they did tailor the drugs to specific genes and specific pills, and they just want to just, like I said, track. I don't know. That plot point could have been clarified a little bit more. And see, here's another thing that made me hopeful that this movie was going to be good. It was written by Mattson Tomlin. Now, you probably don't know that name, and I didn't know the name either. But when I looked it up, I found out that he's going to be the writer on the Batman movie. Yes, that new Batman movie that's supposed to come out sometime in the near future. So I was thinking, this is going to be an opportunity for me to see whether he's worth a damn. And the answer is no. If I have to judge him based on this script, I'm really worried about the Batman movie at this point because they did so little with the premise of this movie. So I'm really worried about the Batman movie now. Also, let me mention this movie needed 2 directors. Yeah, let's count them 2. Some guy named Henry Jost and another person named Ariel Schulman. I'm assuming that's a woman. But yes, it needed 2 directors, and they had an $85 million budget, and this is the best they could do. I'm really worried about that Batman movie, I have to say. So, take it on a whole, I would give this movie maybe a 2 out of 5. If you have 2 hours to kill and you like Jamie Foxx and the other actors in the film, Courtney B. Vance makes an appearance. So he's a great black actor. Amy Landecker makes an appearance as the government head honcho. Like I said, Machine Gun Kelly makes an appearance. So if you like any of those people, hey, maybe you want to see this film. But I can't recommend that you see it. Like I said, I would give it a 2 out of 5. And that's my score. So that's it. That's all I got for you. I would like to thank my subscribers. Encourage you, if you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button. Smash the bell if you're already a subscriber. Give me a like, give me a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching.